Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Key to Gene. I'm back again with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about financial fair play and how this could change and it could affect every club in world football. Now, starting with financial fair play. What is financial fair play? Basically, financial fair play is a rule that was implemented in the beginning of 2011 season, and it started to implement rules so clubs could not overspend with investments and ownership investments, and clubs basically cannot spend more than what they earn. And there are ways to get around it, as we've found that certain clubs would inject themselves with cash from other sponsorship deals and do other things, which they subsequently would either get caught, or in the case of Man City, they were able to fight it, and they were unable to prove that they actually did anything wrong. Now, with the way financial fair play could work in the new COVID world, what they could do is they would basically completely scrap it and restart with a different type of plan, because last year, due to the restrictions in La Liga, Real Madrid and Barcelona, we did not really bring in any players, and that was the first time in a long time where you'd see those two footballing giants unable to actually bring in any talent. Now, with the balance of football finances being the way it is, and currently how the Premier League does have majority of the income in comparison to the rest of the leagues, starting from 2016, in order to balance and keep some balance to the game, they needed to implement financial fair play. And right now, financial fair play is actually hurting a lot of these teams, in the sense that they actually are not earning as much due to the fact that their revenue streams have dried up, with no match going fans, in addition to other sources of incomes not being actually achieved due to the fact that there's lack of travel, lack of visitation to the actual stadium or grounds. So there's not a much being sold in the stores. And you know what? This could hurt Arsenal. It could hurt every team in the league. So what they're going to do is they're going to find a way to ease FFP. This could definitely be good news for the likes of City and Chelsea, as one of the people in the comment section, Abdullah, already said. But of course, you also have to look at the fact that this could be better for the teams lower down the table, who don't make as much money but have owners that are looking to invest, such as the Leeds, such as Aston Villa. These kind of teams would definitely be beneficial from these kind of from these easings of FFP, in addition to other teams that are about to be taken over. So say if Newcastle is now taken over, the new ownership can pump in more money without having to worry about being in the championship as much as they would have if FFP was not relaxed. Now, to me, this is just going to help keep the monopoly at the top of the table a lot better. And you know what? FFP being eased just makes it easier for these top teams to stay strong at the top. I personally feel like financial fair play was a play so the next Man City and the next Chelsea or the next PSG does not happen, and these major clubs keep their monopoly at the top of the table. I never seen it as a tool to actually keep a balance pay scale to everybody, because I've seen certain teams get done for it, like AC Milan and Inter get done for it, when other teams with a little bit more wealth and a little bit more lawyer power not get anything done with it. So I don't how it's gonna go. It's going to be it's for now. They're just going to ease FFP. They're going to allow teams to overspend the money that they currently don't have. So say say for example, Barcelona have a debt of 700 million. With a debt of 700 million, in which a season in where they have not earned as much as they usually would, with the camp now being empty, you'd see that Barcelona would not have any spending power in the summer transfer window. But what they will do is, for example, they will allow Barcelona to overspend in a season in which they have not earned as much, to actually cover their debts, which would mean they would be able to pay their debts and still have enough money to pull off some transfers. Where if they went into the season as it originally was with FFP, they would have to first pay off some of their debts, and they would not be able to actually spend any of their own money. Now, coming back to Arsenal, Arsenal do have a loan that they took out of 120 million from which has to be paid back in May. That is subsequently due, and that would have been counted in some of the in some of the finances when it comes to your final balance sheet, right? So Arsenal will now be able to go out into the transfer window and say if we wanted to spend 300 million, we could do that without having to bear any consequences of FFP or overspending from our own budget. But realistically, Arsenal, if we really wanted to overspend, we could do that from the jump without even having to worry about FFP, because we do have, unlike other teams, we do actually have a positive balance over the past couple of seasons. And it would allow us to overspend in one season without having to worry too much. But teams like Chelsea get around it because they don't actually take out too much money via ownership, and they still kind of invest a little bit more than usual. Teams like Man City now, they've invested so much heavily at the beginning of the takeover that you don't really need to invest anymore as much. You know what? This is starting to get boring. So hopefully I'm gonna that explain a little bit about what FFP is going to be changing and how it's going to be changing. But yeah, guys, have yourselves a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later today. Peace.